Keeping our attention on the Middle East, we're going to talk about escaping Hamas's atrocities. Now, for a small kibbutz, their will to live led the way. And with that story, joining me now is Tera Dahl. She is 2 miles from the Gaza Strip. She's, of course, the former Deputy Chief of Staff of the National Security Council and current contributor to Real America's Voice. Tera, you've made your way to Israel, just 2 miles from the Gaza Strip. Tell us more about where you are and what the story is. Fascinating.
Yeah, David, it's good to be with you. The story is really a miracle. It was 5 men who stopped the Hamas fighters that day on October 7th and saved 1,100 people right here in this township, right through these gates. And you can see the sniper fire from Hamas fighters right behind me. You can see, hopefully you can see the bullet holes right there behind me, where you had these 5 civilians that came out and I think we're listening to the B-roll, but they came out and they stopped Hamas fighters. This was a photo of what you're looking at, video right now from the security truck where Hamas fired at them, and you can see that bullet went right through the windshield that you're looking at right now. And what happened was, when I say it was a miracle, that only 2 people in this entire township, David, were wounded. And I was just speaking with the 2 brothers, the one brother that was wounded, that got shot from that truck. In that truck I was just speaking to minutes ago. Unfortunately, the 2 brothers were supposed to join us, but they were not able to. And it just goes to show that bullet went right over his head and almost killed him. He did get hit in the shoulder at a previous shot from Hamas fighters, but it really is truly amazing. And one thing that I learned that I didn't know before is when they were briefing us on what was happening down here, like you said, we're 2 miles from the Gaza Strip, they said that people are saying that there were only 1,400 Hamas fighters that came in on that deadly day, October 7th. But they're telling us that there were actually 3,000 Hamas fighters that came and invaded Israel with the massacre, breached the fence. And they said there were 6,000. This is something I have not heard before. 6,000 Gazan civilians that had trucks, and they were coming in and out during those 7 hours when Hamas had taken over this entire area, and they were stealing things. They were stealing TVs and different kind of products, going in and out. So when you talk about the civilians, these innocent civilians that the world seems to be focused on right now, 6,000 of them, we're learning, were coming in and out, not only Hamas fighters that day on October 7th.
Yeah, and that's why you're there, to give us the complete story, the full story, the truthful story. Hey, give us the lay of the land there. What's behind you? We see this yellow fence of some sort, or tell us a little bit more about that. And I don't know if the cameraman can zoom out, kind of give us a sense of where you are and what's happening behind you.
Yeah, I think the cameraman can zoom out and look at what is behind me. Can you zoom out and just see what's behind me? We're here in this township in Ein Hamsor. It is 1,100 people, and it's a community that was the only community, David, in this entire area that was not massacred. They didn't get any massacres here, which is completely miraculous. And everywhere around here, you had the 1,400 lost lives. And what another thing that really touched me, David, when I came here, is when you go through the airport, they have the 239 hostages that are taken right now in Gaza. And that's the #1 concern on the people here in Israel are the hostages, their loved ones that are still being held by Hamas in Gaza. And those pictures are devastating. They're of little kids, little boys, little girls, of babies that are still being held right now. And like I said, I'm only 2 miles away from Gaza, where Hamas has those hostages. And so the people here, talking to the people here, that's their loved ones are still being held hostage.
Well, Tera Dahl, stay safe. We deeply care about you, obviously, and we're so thankful for your reporting.